Welcome back to another FPL video. This is the game week 22 wildcard and free hit video. If you're just using your transfers this game week, hopefully this video can give you inspiration with your upcoming transfers. Bear in mind there are actually fixtures in the FA Cup this weekend, so my advice would be to hold your transfers as long as possible. But let's take a look at the wildcard and free hit team. First out of goalkeepers, I really like Sanchez at the moment, only priced at 4.9, and Chelsea, they have some really good coming up. Sanchez, he actually missed out in game week 20, but he was back for game week 21, so hopefully he can keep a couple of clean sheets in those lovely fixtures. On the bench, I have Dubravka. Of course, hopefully you will not have to play Dubravka that much in the upcoming game weeks because of the good Chelsea fixtures, but at the moment, I think that having Dubravka, the only starting 4.0 goalkeeper, is a good idea. So we actually had another 4.0 goalkeeper, John Victor, at Nottingham Forest, but he did not start for Nottingham Forest in game week 20. So I definitely think that on a wildcard, you should have Dubravka. In defense, I would double up on Arsenal. They are the best defense in the league, and they have some really good players that can keep clean sheets. They can pick up defensive contribution points, and they have big attacking threat as well. Of course, they are a bit expensive. Timber 6.3, Gabriel 6.6. So of course, but I think that investing in the double Arsenal defense at the moment is probably a good idea. They have some good fixtures, and they can actually keep clean sheets in the tough games as well. So I actually think that those guys are fixture proof. The last player in the starting 11 in defense is actually Cash. So Aston Villa, they have actually gone a bit under the radar so far this season. They are top 3, they are a really good team, and they can keep clean sheets. Cash, he is attacking as well, so he can get assists, and in a rotation with both Mukiele and Gudmundsson, I think this is a really good cover in defense. Of course, Gudmundsson, he is the only starting 3.8 at the moment, so really good value. Hopefully you will not have to play Gudmundsson that often, but I think that the Sunderland defense, they have actually been quite solid, so rotating Cash and Mukiele with Gudmundsson as a backup, I think this is good defensive cover going forward. I've gone for 5 solid midfielders in this team, so it's a 3-5-2. The first player is Phil Foden. I know he hasn't really delivered that good recently, but he is actually a placeholder for Bruno Fernandes. So ahead of game week 21, Bruno Fernandes, he was really popular. He has been injured, but he is back from game week 21 and onwards. But I don't really like the next couple of fixtures for Man United, so I actually like Phil Foden better on a wildcard for game week 22. I would have the funds available in the bank to upgrade Phil Foden to Bruno Fernandes in a couple of game weeks, but in the next 2 fixtures, I think that Foden probably is the better option. The next player is Bruno Guimaraes, really solid player for Newcastle so far this season. He has actually overperformed his expected goal a bit, but considering that he is really good when it comes to expected minutes and defensive contributions as well as attacking returns, he is actually taking corners for Newcastle, so he has a lot of routes to points. So only priced at 7.1, I think Bruno Guimaraes is a good option going forward. The next player is Rice, so a triple up on Arsenal, double defense, and Rice. I actually think that Rice is better value compared to Saka at the moment. So 7.2, some good fixtures for Arsenal coming up, and we saw in game week 20 that Rice, he has the potential to score goals as well. Cole Palmer is in lovely fixtures for Chelsea as mentioned, so he should be included. He is a bit expensive, of course, 10.4, but first choice penalty taker for Chelsea, so I think that he should be included on a wildcard. The last player is kind of a punt, Tavernier from Bournemouth. Thing is that Semenyo, he has left to join Man City, and they have Kluivert injured, so at the moment it looks like Tavernier will be on most set pieces for Bournemouth. So the fixtures, they are not the best, but considering that he is the talisman for Bournemouth, at least it looks like he will be. I think that this is a good punt. Only selected by 2.5% of the managers, so on a wildcard, only priced at 5.6. I think this is a really good punt. Up front, I would go for Erling Haaland. He is the most expensive and also the most selected player at the moment. So playing against Man United, this could actually be a really good fixture for Man City. Man United, they have sacked Amorim. We're not really sure how they will look going forward, so having Erling Haaland in this fixture, he has historically done really well against Man United, so I think Erling Haaland should be included on a wildcard. The last player has really good fixture in game week 22, and he might actually be a captain contender for this game week. Ekitike playing at home against Burnley. The fixture can't get much better, so priced at 9 million, selected by 27% of the managers. I think that Ekitike on a wildcard should be included. You can of course go for someone like Ollie Watkins and invest more in defense or midfield, but at the moment I think that Ekitike is a solid option. The last player on the bench is Barnes. He is actually only priced at 4.2, so hopefully you will not have to rely on Barnes getting into your starting 11, but considering that he's only priced at 4.2, at least he is a fodder that lets you upgrade in other areas of your team. Please let me know what you think about this wildcard team in the comments down below, and let's take a look at the free hit team as well. Thanks for watching. Please consider giving this video a like, and if you enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel. I have live Q&As always the night before the deadline, and I have deadline streams as well, and I post weekly team selection videos and wildcard and free hit updates as well. So if you're interested, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. Game week 22 free hit team, I would probably go for Sanchez in goal, considering the value only priced at 4.9. Of course, you can go for Martinez, the Aston Villa goalkeeper, playing at home against Everton, or even Alisson Becker playing at home against Burnley, but I have a couple of other Liverpool players, but let's have a look at them in a minute. On the bench, I think it makes sense having Dubravka. Hopefully you will not need him, but he is the only starting 4.0 goalkeeper. In defense, 2 punts and 1 safe option. I have actually Pedro Porro in my free hit team. He's taking set pieces for Spurs at the moment, only selected by 12.5% of the managers. His price has gone down to 5.2, and I really like the fixture for Spurs in game week 22, playing at home against West Ham. So in game week 21, West Ham, they really struggled against Nottingham Forest. They scored a goal on a set piece, but I think that this will be a really good fixture for Spurs. Next player is Gabriel, a really safe option. He has done really well since returning from injury. He's selected by close to 30%, and his price has gone up to 6.6, but on a free hit I would have Gabriel in. Playing away against Nottingham Forest, I think this could be a clean sheet for Arsenal. The last player is only selected by 2.5% of the managers. Lewis Hall, priced at 5.3, has looked really good, same as with Gabriel since he returned from injury. So Newcastle, they have done well defensively recently, so away against Wolves, I think this is a really good fixture for Newcastle. On the bench, I have Mukiele playing against Crystal Palace and Goodmanson, but hopefully we will not have to play those players in game week 22. But I still think that Mukiele is really good cover if we get some surprising injuries in game week 22. In midfield, I mentioned that I will have a couple of Liverpool players in my free hit. I really like the fixture playing at home against Burnley. I know that Liverpool, they haven't done as well as expected in the 25-26 season so far, but at home against Burnley, I think they will do well in game week 22. So I have actually doubled up in midfield with both Gakpo and Florian Wirtz. So they're actually only selected by 5.5 and 10.5% of the managers. So they are big differentials, and definitely having both of them will be a big differential in game week 22. I think they will score goals against Burnley, so doubling up with both Gakpo and Wirtz. The next player is Rice. He has done really well recently, and I think that, as mentioned, Nottingham Forest will struggle against Arsenal this game week. Cole Palmer is in as well, playing at home against Brentford. I think this is a good fixture for Chelsea. The last player in midfield is Tavernier. He is probably the talisman for Bournemouth at the moment. So Semenyo, he has left to join Man City, and Kluivert, he is injured. So at the moment, Tavernier looks like a really good option. Up front, Erling Haaland playing away against Man United. He is actually the only Man City player in my free hit draft. I think that historically, Erling Haaland, Man United is actually one of his favorite opponents. So I would like to have Erling Haaland in game week 22. So the next player, or the last player in my free hit draft, is Ekitike. I talked about this picture. I think Liverpool will do well against Burnley in game week 22. So Ekitike, he is back. So I think that he will start up front for Liverpool against Burnley. So I really like this free hit team. Sanchez in goal, Pedro Porro, Gabriel and Lewis Hall. In midfield, double up with Gakpo and Wirtz, and Rice, Cole Palmer, punt in Tavernier, and up front safe option in Erling Haaland and Ekitike. On the bench, Mukiele, Gudmundsson, and Barnes. Barnes, he is actually only a fodder. He is the cheapest player in FPL at the moment, only priced at 4.2. So with this team, we actually have 1.4 million in the bank. So if you want to play 3 up front, you can look at possibilities to go for someone like Watkins or other options. So please let me know what you think about this free hit team in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more FPL content.